Hey, it's David back from BreezeFlippers, back in the shipping room. It's the end of a week. Seems like a long week, but really it hasn't been. It's been a normal week, I guess. We actually have some pretty good sales this week. So far, $450-ish, 13 sales so far, so average selling prices have been pretty good. We sold some fairly good size items and some fun things, so we're gonna talk a little bit about that. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about some numbers and see how our business is progressing so far, starting this third quarter. So let's get into it.
Find it, flip it, ship it. We're BreezeFlippers. Keep it moving. Find it, flip it, ship it.
All right, like I said, it's actually been a decent week. The weekend's kind of picked up. Made a few sales of some things that that kind of helped it out a little bit this week because it was a little slow. Let's be honest, July traditionally is a very slow month. We got the holiday in the very front. There's a lot of stuff going on. Families are still on vacation. Back to school starts in August or at the end of July, some places, depending on where you live. So it's busy. July is sometimes too busy for people to buy stuff. So that's just like, if your business is slow right now, it's probably normal. Now, our business, looking at the numbers, is actually a little further ahead than we were last year at this time. I'm not going to complain, because last quarter was kind of bad. It was flat. It was really flat. We didn't really finish negative or anything, but we didn't finish as good as I would have liked to. So, but that's the way it works sometimes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. It just kind of depends. And of course, we got so many things going on out there right now in the economy, with the tariffs coming on and all this different stuff. We have no idea, what's coming at us next. So if you can make any sales at all right now, I think you're doing a great job. So anyway, so that's, it's just kind of some of the frustrations you have as a part-time reseller. If this is the first time you have come to this channel, like I said, I'm a part-time reseller on eBay and on Dibdit with the district marketplace. And I like to talk about what sells. I like to talk a little bit about some of my business and what I do. If you have a chance and you haven't yet, click the like and subscribe. Follow us and see how we do, and we can kind of have conversations and talk about things. I love doing that. I love it when people leave comments. I really do enjoy it, and I try to respond to every one of them. But we are trying to grow this channel. We're hoping to hit 1,000 by December. We're trying to grow it to 1,000. That's our 1-year anniversary. And we've done, a lot of videos. So I say we because it's me, but my wife is also part of this business, but she's not really on the videos yet. We're going to get her there though. Don't worry. All right. So let's talk a little bit about what sold, and then we'll kind of get into some numbers. Now, I did have a few sales that went out since the last video, the midweek. I try to do one I try to do a video midweek, and I try to do a video at the end of the week. Well, I don't try, I do. I try to do some in between, so maybe you'll see me more than once. But we did have a couple sales go out. I'll pop those up on the screen. So the first thing that went out was, I finally sold this little thing. I think he's been in my inventory for a while. Yeah, June of 24. So last year we picked him up at a garage sale. Anyway, he's a 2017 Hasbro Playskool Lullaby Glowworm, and it lights up with the music and it worked. So anyway, the only thing it didn't have was a battery cover on the back. I had an offer come in from somebody fairly close, like literally close, like Milton, Florida, which is really close to us, but they were like wanting to only give me 10 bucks for it, and it was like free shipping. So I couldn't do that. So if somebody came in and gave me an offer of $14, I took it. So anyway, made 14 on it, free shipping. Free shipping cost me $5. So I paid $1 for it. So didn't really lose anything. I mean, did okay. So made more money on it. The next thing that went out was a pair of Alabama Crimson Tide, and I think they're called Scorch earbuds with the mic in a bud bag. They basically got deep bass and all this stuff. Anyway, they were brand new in the package. To be quite honest with you, not really sure where I picked those up. I think it was a garage sale. I think I paid $2 for them. They went out, sold for $18.99. I did send them out free shipping, and they cost $4 to ship, so it wasn't that bad. So not a bad sale. Not going to complain for sure. That's been sitting in the inventory since last year, I think. Yep, May of 24. So yeah, so they've been out there for a little while. So it's kind of the way it goes sometimes. All right, so the next thing we sold, this was actually picked up at a church sale. Honestly, paid too much for it, but I bought a bunch of other stuff. So when I looked at the other stuff that I bought, it probably evens out. But honestly, I did pay $10 for this, but it is brand new, still has a tag on it. Well, it has a tag holder on it, but it's not the tag. It's never been used. So anyway, it is a Rawlings Mizuno. Is it a Rawlings or a Mizuno? I forget what it is. Nope, this one is a Mizuno. I think I said it wrong. It's a Rawlings, actually. Yep, might have to send that little message to him and see. I might have made a mistake on that. I thought it was a fast pitch. No, it is a select fast pitch softball, so maybe that's who it is. Anyway, it is Rawlings, and it is sold it for $21, so it's a right-handed glove. So brand new though, so we'll see. Hopefully they won't get mad. I didn't even catch that until. So that's some of the problem. Every once in a while when you take a picture of something, it'll come up with the wrong thing, but that definitely was the same number, which is really peculiar to me because I looked it up by number and it is actually the same number. So anyway, I'm gonna have to go look at that and see if they're still good with that. All right, next thing, let's see. We did sell, this is an odd thing, okay? So pick these up at a garage sale. There's a whole bunch, no, I'm sorry, it was an estate sale. They had a whole bunch of little tools like tweezers and cutters and all kinds of stuff. You know, at the time when I looked them up, they were pretty good. This one is a Skylar vintage stainless steel tweezer, forceps, surgical. These are surgical tweezers, and they're really well made, but they're made in Germany. So they had good comps on them, so I thought, oh, I'll pick them up and see what they did, because not a lot listed, had several sold. Well, apparently mine didn't want to sell, so they've been in there for a good year, but did sell them for $6, and it got $4.99 shipping on those. So those will be going out. Let's see. Next thing was sold is very interesting. So I talk a little bit about Dibdit sales, and I will tell again, if you're not on Dibdit, you haven't gone to Dibdit, go to Dibdit, DIBDIT.com. You can use BreezeFlips, get $5 off your first purchase of $10. If you're not sourcing in places that are different, because I don't know about you guys, garage sales right now are dried up around here. They have been, we didn't really do at all did good this weekend. We just bought a few things, didn't do great. I mean, we got some stuff, but it was just like not enough to do the stuff that we want to do and find the stuff. So I do a lot of sourcing online, you know, whether it's Facebook Marketplace or whether it's Dibdit. I go on there and I do sell on that, but I also buy. And this is one of the things that I bought. I picked this up for total cost probably I think maybe $10. And this is the Halo book set, and it's brand new from Xbox. This is sealed, and I don't even know what they really call it, but it is a Halo book set. Anyway, you can see it, Del Rey, all this. Okay, so when I picked it up, I had no idea when I bought it online. I thought, oh, that looked cool. I definitely wanted it because I like Halo. Well, anyway, when I got it home and looked it up, I was quite shocked to see that the comps were in the $100 plus range. So I had this listed for $115, ended up actually taking an offer at $99.99. It'll go out with free shipping, but from $10 to $99, and I bought it online, didn't have to go out and source it and do anything. Go to Dibdit, guys, DIBDIT.com, and sign up, and then when you get out there, just say, let me know. Let me know you signed up and tell me you're there, and come to one of our auctions. You'll have a lot of fun. We're BreezeFlippers on there as well. So, all right, next thing we sold, well, actually sold another comic. So, and this is a graded comic. So this one is the Amazing Spider-Man. This is actually the Carnage and Venom versus the Amazing Spider-Man. You can see this number 362. This is a newsstand, so you can see the barcode down there. So this is a newsstand edition, Carnage, Venom, and the Human Torch appearance. So anyway, David Michelin story, Mark Bagley, and Randy Emberlin cover and art. So excellent shape, 9.8. So this one actually sold for $120. It will go out with free shipping, and that's really close. Maybe just a little bit more above fair market value for that one. And so I feel pretty good about that sale. And it came in as an offer. I really couldn't say no to it. I thought it was a decent offer. Next, I sold this. So this one, it's a rough shape. Definitely somebody who wanted it that is probably a collector or a reader. But this one is called, it's from Charlton Comics, which I believe Charlton Comics was purchased by DC eventually. But this is all new Haunted Love, Tales of Gothic Romance, number 6 from October 1974. And you can see it's in rough shape. I won't lie to you, it's in rough shape. It actually sold for $14, and that goes out with free shipping as well. So I do free shipping on all my comics, but you know, it's a vintage comics, kind of cool. So the next thing that went out is, and this is a buy that I talked about a while back. If you haven't seen that video, we talked a little bit about a big buy that we made when we were in Tuscaloosa. We bought a whole bunch of vintage plush. A lot of it was Pokemon plush, some Mario Brothers, which we sold one of the Mario Brother, we sold a Mario Brother plush for $159.99. I was very excited about that. But there's a lot of Pokemon in there, but these were in there as well. And they were Bendy and the Ink Machine. There was Boris the Wolf, from Fat Mojo. And then there is Bendy and the Ink Machine Alice Angel plush, and then all Fat Mojo, all new with tags. So I had a couple offers come in. It was actually kind of funny because I think I had more than one offer come in on these, and they were $20. And I had them listed, I had this guy listed for, I think, $31.99, and I had this girl listed for $29.99, and they sent me $20 offers, and it just went up. It literally just got listed just 2 days ago, and I already had like 60 or 70 views on it, and already had like 8 watchers. So I sent it back and said, I just really can't discount it to $20 at this point because there's just too many people looking at it. I said, it'll sell for full rate. So I sent back an offer, and then they kind of sent back and counter offer, and they counter offered at $25, and it's going to the same person. So the reason I took it was that she offered $25 each, so I'm getting $50, and I will put them together in one package and ship it, and it will cost very little to ship because it's going one state over, so basically like zone 2 or zone 1. So very happy with that. So made $50 on it. So we will definitely get that sent out to tomorrow, and hopefully get some more. So those are starting to list. I've scheduled out a bunch of those Pokemons. They're going to be dropping every day this week for the rest of this month. I have several a day dropping. So I think all told there was 85 total plush, and there's some more still up there, my daughter's, that I got to get, that I still have to list, that I picked up additionally after the fact, because the guy contacted me and said, do you want these too? And I'm like, yeah. So I ended up buying some more. So I'll probably make quite a bit on that, plus all the other stuff that I did buy from him. So I bought a 17 Mighty Max sets, which I don't know if you know toys, you know Mighty Max. So anyway, so those will probably sell for anywhere from $20 to $40 each. So excited about this. So this will be fun. So I'll be happy to get those and get those listed. But all told, like I said, about $450 going out this week, and not going to complain. Send out a bunch of offers today. Also, countered a few, so we'll see if they come back. May get some more sales before the night's over with. Hopefully. A lot of times we do. So we take a look at numbers though, guys, and kind of see, you know, where we're at. We're actually starting out the quarter pretty good. We made up some ground actually on the year, so we're almost flat for the entire year compared to over last year, which makes me feel good. So from a performance though of this quarter, even though I know it's just starting, right, we're about 30% ahead of where we were last year at this time. So like I said, July traditionally is pretty slow. July is usually my slowest month. June this year was my slowest month, so it was kind of a weird trade-off. So we're kind of hoping things pick up, but you also got to keep in mind we're going to be starting back to school pretty soon, so there's a lot of stuff. We'll start really pushing backpacks and, you know, some of the back to school stuff that we have, whether it be clothes or, you know, different kinds of things that kids need for school. So we'll start looking at that and see if we can do something with it. If you're not doing that, you should. So just got to be ready, because back to school is a big deal. And I realize a lot of back to school have, they have tax-free, and I don't really know how that works with eBay, but I kind of think they would have to be tax-free, so I don't know. I'll have to look into that and see. But I know that, you know, this is a big time, so they'll start buying stuff about mid-July, you know, to kind of start getting ready for school. So with all the backpacks I have, just making sure there's a listed so that we can get those out. But like I said, not too bad. Our average sale price right now for the start of this month, for this quarter, is $41.72, which is 53% ahead of where we were last year. Now, the total number of sales is down 20%, but that total value is up. And if we're looking at the categories that they're best sellers, because I always like to tell you guys what's really best selling right now, and it's still collectibles, it's still comics. And, you know, the biggest percentage of it, actually 41% of our sales is comics and collectibles. So comics has kind of become our bread and butter, which is why today I sat down and listed another a lot, maybe about 20 or 30 comics. I got to they're all in draft, so I got to sit down and after the podcast tonight with the Finders Flippers Resell podcast, if you guys get a chance, go out, check it out. It's a really good podcast. We will be doing that tonight at 7 o'clock. It's not live, but it'll be out this week, probably by Wednesday. But I'll be sitting down afterwards and finishing out some of those listings so I can get them live and get them going. So there's, like I said, comics have been doing really well. And graded comics, we've been selling at least, it seems like one a week, which is great. So to me, I'm always happy because that's usually a fairly good size sale. So, but really shocked, really happy to get this sale, this Halo books. I was just totally blown away. I didn't think I'd get $100 for it, but we did. So Awesome stuff. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on with our business, guys. It's not a lot this week. You know, the middle of this week earlier, I talked a little bit about, you know, getting the balance, and talked a little bit about, you know, the struggles of being a part-time reseller. Those struggles this weekend seem very real. So everything that I told you about in this earlier video was pretty much happened. It has just been, it's been a busy weekend. We've had a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of it around the business, because just stuff that has to be done. You know, there's still stuff that has to be done outside and around the house and everything else. So life kind of gets in the way of a lot of stuff, and you just have to power through it and figure out a way. And sometimes we make sacrifices. We all have to, a little bit about time, and you know, we want to spend time with someone or do something. It's just hard. You know, I would have loved to go out today and spend time in the pool, but I knew if I didn't get this done, there was no way I was going to get it done this week. And the rest of this month we have is kind of crazy. Next weekend my grandson will be here, so that'll be fun. He might even be on the video and say hi. So we're gonna, so many things going on. Then we got to move my daughter the week after that to down from Alabama to Florida, and so there's just, you know, a lot. So which, speaking of that, I'll probably have a week where I won't have a video, which is going to be kind of weird for me, because I've been pretty diligent about putting at least out one a week. So I will try to get something out for sure, but it might be a little bit delayed, or it may be a little bit different, because we're going to be further down in South Florida, so maybe we'll do some sourcing videos and kind of show you guys what it's like down there. So maybe it's different, hoping it's better. So we'll go down there and visit her more. I know the flea markets are good down in South Florida. That's what I hear all the time, so we're definitely going to go check those out when we're down there. So, but that's what's going on, guys. It's not a whole lot of excitement this week, but there's some good sales. I love these plush sales. I'm hoping we get a lot more of them. So I'll keep you posted on that progress and let you know how those are going. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope your sales are great. I hope you have a chance to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, because 80% of the people that watch the videos aren't subscribers, and that's normal. But if you wouldn't mind, hit the subscribe button, and you know, follow us along, and let's all kind of follow this journey and kind of see where it goes. And like I said, I love the interaction, the questions. Please drop a comment. If you guys have struggles with something, I'd love to hear what your struggle is. You know, I'd love to hear how your sales go. Tell me about a big sale you made. I'd love to hear that, and so would anybody else that's reading it. Well, they want to know some of the things that are selling that are doing great out there. So I know that you know, sometimes people don't want to talk about what sells great, but let's be honest, you know, at some point somebody will find out. It's easy enough to go on eBay and see what sells, right? So you can kind of go out and see the results and kind of look at the categories and see what the biggest sales are, and you kind of figure things out. But it's kind of fun to share that with each other too. So I hope that you have a chance to do that. And if you don't mind, like I said, like and subscribe, and we'll share it together. So I'm David Beckham, BreezeFlippers. You guys do great. We'll see you.